Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, none other. I am coming to give my review of WWE's Raw is War 30th anniversary show. I'm going to nitpick a lot about a lot of things and stuff, and I wanted to come and start off because one, we didn't have a long show, and we did not see a lot of female legends, and we're going to get on to that. I needed to actually wait until now because I was still heated and fired up about this, and everybody on Twitter blasted WWE. And being because this is your 30th anniversary show, and you only had like one person from the blast from the past. Let's just put that. When it came to the women's division, we see Alundra Blaze, and that was in a poker segment and stuff. And then you heavily promoted the let's just say Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a cell match, and we see how that ended with Becky Lynch getting attacked by all three members of the Damage Control. Okay, we all like going, okay, why is she's being attacked? Because they did not have enough time. The Bloodline segment went over time and stuff like that. Okay, if this was your 30th anniversary show, and this is just my opinion only, one, if you're gonna, I really feel like having the Bloodline on there was unnecessary. That could have been taken off until tonight, till Friday. So yeah, that's my opinion. Okay, I like the Bloodline thing, but I really felt like you took away some time from that match that we was looking forward to. So that's the problem there. Okay, the second thing is you took the time to have Hulk Hogan and the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, to come out. Do I think it was right to have them come out? I think, yeah, because this was the 30th anniversary show, yes. But I really felt like if you're gonna have them two out there, at least have some more people out there with them. Okay, that was right. Then you have this little poker segment with Ron Simmons, and you have none other. It's poker segment with Ron Simmons and the rest of the WWE superstars. Okay, and I got a lot to say about the segment. One, you have the Godfather as a bouncer and gatekeeper. Okay. And stuff and thing. And, we always, when they have Ron Simmons on there, I really felt like if Ron Simmons could, he could probably still go to this day. He probably still can go. That's just my opinion, because as y'all know, Ron Simmons is the first African-American heavyweight champion, U.S. champion, and tag team champion with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Rocky Johnson's and thing. All right, excuse me, y'all. That's just my opinion. Now, the other thing is, out of all of that, and think we get just one puny, and let's just say puny segment with Bianca and Charlotte Flair. It looks like they're trying to build up something with that, okay? And think, do I think it was a good idea to have Ric Flair out there and do this little segment? Because number one, if y'all remember, Ric Flair is still signed to AEW. So how can he be on WWE? And let me ask y'all, how can he be on WWE and still be signed to AEW? And there's certain people they can't get, like Billy Gunn and stuff like that. And stuff. I mean, if he couldn't be there, at least had like something like a tape, work something out with AEW for he could have been part of it, or was, live at a secret location or something, anything like that, That's my thing. Same thing and stuff like, but that's just my opinion and stuff and thing. All right, now the next thing is we had Jay and Jimmy Uso defending their title belts. Okay, it was successfully defended, but Sami Zayn had to step in because Jimmy kind of tweaked his knee. Okay, I've been watching WWE the longest when Jay tweak his knee. Sometimes it's like serious and sometimes it's not. You got to know when it's a work and when it's not. And I think in this case it wasn't a work. Okay, now, I know they're trying to do a tournament to find out who's going to be going up against the Usos for the Raw is War Tag Team Champs and SmackDown Champs. They have two separate tournaments for that going on right now. Now, let me just ask y'all this. Was it Raw? Because what I've been seeing the last few weeks from WWE, they've been making the women earn, and let's just say, earn their opportunities for the women's Royal Rumble. From years past, WWE women has not earned their title belts. Let's just get that. I just wonder if they just doing that because now they have a little bit more females on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and in development, and from their other two shows as well, and stuff. Because that's what I'm wondering with that. Is it like that? But overall, out of all the women, people's trying to say, oh, they the opening segment had something with Sasha in it. I went back and I looked at it. All right, people trying to say, oh, they had the opening. The opening had something with Sasha in it. Sasha is not in it because I went back and I looked at that thing at least 10 times. And when you go back, you do not see that. And then, the bells went off. I wonder if it's any kind of way WWE can do better, because if you remember the last few years from 2015 until now, it was always about the Bella Twins. Bella Twins was the face of the women's division. Trish Stratus and Lita was also the face of the women's division. And I think it was a lot of, could WWE do better about that women's division? I've been calling this out since 2015. Yes, they do. They do need to do better by the women's division. So why would we just sit back and not say anything? Do I support the hashtag WWE do better by the women? And do better by the women? Yes. But I really will say a lot of things in that women's division do need to be changed. And I'm going to go over that right quick. Now, the one thing I feel like is the constant same old people getting title belt shots. Okay, as we know, Bianca and Charlotte Flair is the women's, Bianca is the Raw is War Women's Champion. And she will be going up against Alex Bliss. Do we need to see? It's kind of cool to see Alex Bliss, but I don't think she needs a title to be featured. That's just my opinion. Y'all can agree or disagree, but I'm telling some truth. Do I think Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair, she's a SmackDown Women's Champion. Do I think it was right when she came back and automatically get a title belt out the gate for the SmackDown title belt, knowing out the gate? No, I don't. Like I have always said, she don't need a title belt to be featured. Do I think Becky Lynch need a title belt to be featured? No, I have no problems with Becky Lynch. To me, I think she's a pretty good wrestler in her book. But if you think about it, you had Alundra Blaze in the back in a poker match, and that's the only way we're going to see her and not see her out front. But then I'm going to come and talk about Ric Flair in a minute. I'm going to go back to Ric Flair in a minute. But then you have Mia Yim and Tamina Snuka and Dana Brooks playing poker in the back, and you can't come up with a segment. The biggest thing that WWE did wrong, they did not ask USA for a 3-hour or 4-hour or 5-hour show. If they had did that, I think we would have had a great show. But no, we didn't. We didn't get that. So I think that's where WWE went wrong at. Okay. So then the other thing when it comes to that women's division, something I've been saying for almost 3 years, they need more title belts. You got just, how many title belts right now you only got? You only got 3 women's title belts. That's the Raw is War Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, and you have the Tag Team Championships. That's the only 3 titles. If they add, like, I think two more titles, I think we can have a pretty good division. Okay, so the one thing I really feel like if they added to that women's division is a women's intercontinental title belt, I think it would be right. Then we'll have another title belt like that, a women's intercontinental title belt that other women can go for. Then we can have a women's U.S. title belt. That would be a great title belt. Those are the 2 title belts I really could see. I can see the women being added to the women's division. And I think everybody, because y'all know I've been putting up questions all week. I've been putting questions up all week when it comes to this topic and thinking everybody has been saying a lot. And then I asked, but that was just that. But then when you don't want to mention Mercedes Moné, better known as Sasha Banks, that's a disrespect because she's part of the history. To me, that was history. And you being petty, WWE, you being petty and unprofessional again. And stuff. But hold up, you don't have no problems mentioning Naomi. You don't have no problems mentioning Naomi. And I think the fans is just waiting to see if she makes her return at the Royal Rumble. We all know anytime because the last time she made her return at the Royal Rumble, what she ended up getting one of the biggest pops. Now, the other thing is, like, we need to see newer people go for title belts. We don't want to, like I said, we don't want to constantly always see the same old people. But I will have to say one thing. Dana Brooks needs to be considered of winning the Royal Rumble. Now, some of y'all might come at me for this and go, no, she's not that good of a wrestler. I feel like she has proven herself in the last 2 years. I think she has proven herself since 2021 to 2022, okay? Because I can recall some instance that does say, I do remember that WWE, I do have a video about this as well over here, and I will list it, where WWE owes, and I always will bring this up because y'all know I bring this up on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I bring it up. Dana Brooks is owed a women's title belt opportunity because I'm going to mention something. Before Becky Lynch became the man and the GOAT and became this real popular superstar, Dana Brooks constantly beat her before pregnancy and after pregnancy. And don't forget, late 2022, she beat her again. So y'all don't think because she has have several wins over Becky Lynch before pregnancy and after pregnancy and last year, you don't think she deserves a title belt? Let me give it, hold up, we got one more. She has beaten Sasha Banks on one occasion. She has beaten Bayley on a couple of occasions. She has beaten Charlotte Flair, her old protege. If you forget, Dana Brooks was one of Charlotte Flair's proteges. So why would she not get a title belt? That is something that we fans need to question. Why they haven't gave Dana Brooks that title belt opportunity that she deserves. She does deserve a women's title belt opportunity because I just mentioned she has beat some of the top females in that company and they won't give her a title belt shot. Excuse me, like Bianca would say, nah, boo-boo. I'm just saying, I think it's time for Dana Brooks to get what she deserves, and that's a women's title belt opportunity. And if I was Dana Brooks, I will try to stay in as long as I can for this Royal Rumble and win it and get a title belt shot. Get a title belt shot for Charlotte Flair's title belt or Bianca's title belt. That's what I would do. Everybody trying to say Rhea Ripley is going to win. I don't think Rhea Ripley is going to win. It's going to be somebody we would not expect and stuff. So that is that. Now, let's go back to Charlotte Flair because I need to talk, because this is a full-on review on this controversy and stuff. But the one thing I did not like was like when Ric Flair came out and he was finna introduce his daughter and stuff, and he kept referring to Charlotte as queen. I don't consider Charlotte Flair the queen of WWE, and no offense to no Charlotte Flair fans, you have to think about it. Who's the original queen of the WWE? Who's the original? It's not Sherry. Queen Charmel is the original queen, and so how can Ric Flair call his daughter queen? She might be the current queen of the roster and stuff, but like I said, like when Zelina Vega had the name Queen and stuff, oh, I'm not going to call her Queen. That's just that. When you disrespect Charmel and she's the original queen of WWE, you got to think, why are they doing that and stuff? And like, I've been saying it for months. We need, if Charlotte wants to use the title queen, she's going to have to fight Charmel for it. As in a match. In a match. This is a feud I've been wanting to see. As Charlotte Flair versus Queen Charmel for the title queen. That's that. Okay? And I said when they did the Queen of the Ring, they should have had Charmel part of it. And I still stand by that. But like I said, y'all, this is, like, if I gave the Raw's War 30th anniversary show a ranking, it gets no more than from some of the stuff that we saw and everything. And this is considering the return of Brock Lesnar. Did we ask for Brock Lesnar? No. I really felt like, the one thing I felt like WWE kind of disrespected one person. I know it's going to be impossible if she returns, but I've been like, I think it's time for all of us fans of the Attitude Era and start campaigning for WWE to bring back Jazz. Yeah, I think it's time for all of us fans to start campaigning on Twitter saying, bring back Jazz, please. And I really feel like she does deserve to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame and stuff. And I really feel like some pettiness is going on, but I will come back and talk about the women's deserve better even further. But this is just my thoughts about the 30th Raw anniversary show and then my review. And if, like I said, if I have to give this a ranking or a review ranking, I'll give it no more than a 7. It was okay in certain aspects, but did we ask for Brock Lesnar to return? No. Did we need him? No. They could have found somebody else even better than Brock Lesnar and thing. And then if I have to say anybody else to make a return and stuff like that, I'll say it would have to be somebody that they fired. That's where they could have took the time and at the end had somebody else who was fired make that return. But it would have been better if that was The Rock. I'm just saying. But that's all I have time for, y'all. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.